Again, thanks to God that I'm able to share with you guys and you are able to listen. Now, in last section, you understood like what is Xcode Playground and what are the things like how you can create the system environment, Mac OS environment into your Windows, and all the things you are able to give the answers, right? And things are there ready. You are ready to jump into the code. So before this, I'm here with the section 2. Like in this section 2, what I will explain you guys, like what language I'm going to choose for the iOS mobile application development, and second thing, why I need to choose this, and what other confusions will be there in your mind. Those things will be covered over there, right? So you don't need to focus on different people, like those what they are talking and what things are going on. I'll explain you the power of Swift today. So Swift is the language which is based on protocol oriented programming, POP, and it's also supporting the object oriented programming as well. So what is POP? Don't care about this thing right now. You can search on Google as well, but it will distract our topic. So POP is a very different concept inside the language, which is reducing the code, and it's very dynamic. So it's kind of like if you have I just want to give you a small flavor as well, like if you have a simple phenomena, like if somebody want if a function is there, like I am able to fly, right? So flying thing, flyable. I am able to flyable, right? So flying is the concept. Flying is the function. So flying thing, I will make this snippet, this function at a separate site, and I can attach with anything, right? In object oriented programming, what was happening, like this funda was it was coming from inheritance. So wherever I just need to place, it was going with the classes, right? So this like my ancestors have something, it will come to me because it is my heredity. So like that inheritance going on. So in this case, in POP, it's not like that. This feature is separately placed somewhere. I created a protocol that, like, this is the flyable concept which I can just add to anybody. Wherever I will add, it will work. So, and also I'm reducing this hierarchy as well. Like it's not necessary like I have to come with a flow. It's a side snippet I will attach, and this thing will be ready for me. So it's breaking the inheritance, it's breaking the complete inheritance, and it's reducing the code. This is the brief like small introduction in POP. So flyable, can suppose right now bird can fly, right? Or whatever things are coming in your mind, like birds, inside the bird, like some peacock, eagle, all these are flying in different frequency. Now one dinosaur was converted into dragon, so dragon can fly, right? So it's an animal but it can fly, so I will attach this thing over there, and this was not available in my inheritance concept. So the lengthy code, I don't need to follow the bunch of load. I need to come I don't want to pick on my shoulder. Only the flyable concept I will pick from there. So this simple flavor I'm giving you, the protocol oriented programming is very heavy. So Swift, this thing launched. So forget about the object oriented programming and inheritance concept. It can focus on struct rather than classes. So structs are there, structures are there. Those are value type rather than reference type. So classes are reference type, so these are value type. So you maybe you will not understand right now, but POP and this object oriented programming, this is the Swift is the combination of both languages. Second thing, I want to introduce why I'm not choosing this Objective-C with a iOS architecture graph. So what is the iOS architecture graph? What is the iOS architecture picture? This will also cover your some questions, like somebody will ask you what is Cocoa and Cocoa Touch into the iOS development or app development, macOS development. So I'll explain you the iOS architecture, the Cocoa Touch framework, right? So I have one picture over there, and why I'm explaining this thing, I'll tell you, because I just want to say you like why Swift is powerful rather than Objective-C and others. Swift basic fundamental. I created this section too, as you guys know about this introduction of Xcode Playground, Swift basic fundamentals, and this Xcode Playground, this 2.1 Xcode Playground is completed. You are able to give the answer like what is Xcode Playground, why Xcode Playground is the first in learning, so and how you can just use this. So all these things I covered in the last section, right? So now 2.2 is saying Swift basic fundamental. Before jumping into the basic fundamental, I just want to say you like why I choose the Swift, so that you should be confident in this, right? So so once I came on this question, one more question arise like what is iOS architecture, and it is necessary that it should be in your mind. In previous iOS version history, maybe I'm just hoping that you guys understood this, but still this is my duty to explain you everything here. So Cocoa and Cocoa Touch, this is the complete architecture. Guys, can you see this? Just look into this and understand this thing. What is this UI kit and app kit? You don't know about this, right? These are the frameworks. UI kit is saying user interface, app kit is saying same like user interface, UIs we are creating with the app kit, right? Example is saying like this structure is saying first is UI kit and app kit. So what is that? I already just opened one more thing here. I will put each and everything on your this YouTube description. Like what is Cocoa? The Cocoa is an application environment for both the OS X operating system and iOS. Like if you are creating Cocoa, means you are creating your Mac OS application where I can't touch, right? If I am able to touch, that means it is Cocoa Touch framework. And who created this? This is created by Next Step company, which is introduced by Steve Jobs. Once he came back, it was a good step towards the Apple, and it increased, and sky was the limit, right? So if you will go to the Wikipedia, here it is saying Cocoa is the Apple native object-oriented programming, which is came by the Next Step company as well. So this Next Step company is saying, and this Next Step on it created Objective-C language, and the Objective-C language is based on each class. On each class, they just said the each class name was started with the NS because the name was Next Step, right? So Steve Jobs created this, and he wanted to give a symbol like we came back. So he created each and every class with the NS. And Cocoa is saying like C and C++ language was there in the console-based programming. They were there. So they converted this into the UI, into the UI objects. They created this beautiful thing, Objective-C, which is combination of C, C++ and all the things. So this Objective-C came up with the UI formation of the language, and it a drastic change. It was a drastic change on that time. And then they introduced the iOS. In the iOS, the touch was there. The device was smaller. Nowadays, devices are coming bigger as well. So, and the things are vast. And now they are just creating iWatch and this Apple TV, all iPad OS completely newly launched right now. So these things are new right now, but all are dependent on Cocoa Touch rather than Cocoa. So if you are focused on Cocoa, then you are creating Mac OS where you can't touch. You can just play around with the mouse or something like that with the Mac OS, right? So this history is saying same thing. So if you will go there for iOS, tvOS, watchOS, a similar app existing named Cocoa Touch, which is include gesture recognition, animations, and different set of graphics, controls, elements, and use applications in iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, Apple TV, Apple Watch, like this, right? So Cocoa Touch is coming in iOS where you can touch, and the this Cocoa is depends on the Mac OS applications. Now the thing. So Cocoa and Cocoa Touch both are completed into Objective-C. You can't create them again, right? It will be the foolish thing. So on the top of that, Swift came. And it's creating the environment. So UI kit, if you are focused on UI kit, you are going with the Cocoa Touch. If you are focused on app kit, you are going with the Mac OS So this is the Cocoa, and now these lower layers are saying core animation. Suppose I created a UI object. Now I just want to play around with the drawing and gestures and animation on this. All these things, small things, will come into core animation, and it's not as simple like that I am explaining. There are a lot of libraries and frameworks they created, and dynamically they created, and they are continuously working on this. So it's a good big iOS SDK. So OpenGL OpenGL and Core Graphics, this layer is saying, like, suppose I just want to store something into my local database, or just want to play with some audio video things, or audio functionality, video functionality. All these frameworks came into the third layer, Core Graphics. So graphics things will come here, Core Location will come here, SQLite database will come here, Core data part will come here in this third layer. So you can save some objects over there, right? And graphics hardware, the last layer, it is saying like Bluetooth connectivity and all the hardware related connection. You can just connect with the Objective-C language and just able to get permissions, and all these things will come into this graphics hardware at the end. So this complete package is iOS architecture, iOS SDK kind of thing, and this is related to the name of Cocoa and Cocoa Touch, right? So Cocoa is for the Mac OS, Cocoa Touch is for iOS and other operating systems. Now Objective-C done its job, right? Now in 2014 September, Swift launched, and it was able to create a bridge over there, and it can handle all the Objective-C code into the Swift, and it can consume the all Objective-C things, and it can go with that step to next step, right? It's a complete race for the 2 or 3 or 5 people, like, come here, then give me the flag, I'll go and run on the next sprint, right? So like this Swift came. So it's adaptable, and Objective-C power is there already, and Swift Objective-C is the mother, and Swift is the just taking care of all these things of Objective-C, and also it's producing the protocol oriented programming power. And last thing I want to tell you, it's a people will say to you, like, why you are just focus on this, you need to go with the React Native, so it will be platform independent Android and iOS applications you can create dynamically, and it will be good for you and for the development and for the pay scale as well, like people are paying so much. So I am telling you, in the startups and small companies, no doubt they are just doing good things and they are giving good package also, but in bigger organization, and all the things are basically focused on native, so React Native. So I am just telling you, React Native is also hitting to the main native component to the side of Android and iOS. So they are going and just checking what frameworks are developed there. We need to grab them and we need to get it, and React Native JavaScript language will interact with them and call those things and just play around, right? Like that you are just opening these things. So at the end, native is the king. So if any complicated versions and complicated things will come over there, you need to focus to learn native, right? And basically I want to tell you, the big softwares and big things are more focused toward the natives rather than creating the wrappers, right? And wrappers are available into React Native and this Objective-C and Swift everywhere. I respect each and everybody. It depends on your things. I have also the React Native knowledge and I can contribute there as well, but yes, I preferably love the Swift because there is a good big amount of platform, like platform independent, its own itself. It's saying, like, I have lots of devices, iPad, iPhone, Apple TV, watch, Mac OS, all the things are there. So this Swift is saying, now I don't need to care about the UI kit and app kit. I will focus on one code base and I will hit the one code and it will execute everywhere. So write one code with the Swift rather than Objective-C or somewhere. You will able to create all the application together. So that depends on you, like how you are creating your code. It should be like whatever line you are creating, you need to take care, like everywhere it's going, and I'm killing all birds with one stone, right? So that's why you need to learn Swift, platform independent in the Apple inside. It's also the concept and syntax are very similar to React Native as well. In future, if you will master in this, you can proceed with that thing as well. And lastly, I want to tell you, this Swift language is the last concept, server side. So server side, programming also happen over there with the Apple and IBM collaboration. So I want to tell you, swift.org is there, the website. Over there you can just contribute yourself whatever code inside in your mind. Lots of lakhs of developers are contributing over there, and they are giving their best, and this Swift power is incredibly raising day by day, and it's hitting to other language. It's competing to Python and all, and it's a very faster and secure language to rather than other language. So all these things are there. It can adaptable Objective C, C++ bridgings are there. So it's a powerful tool over there. Swift.org, you can contribute. Go and just check it out. What is Swift.org? It is like, if you have an application in iOS, right, you are completely native and product mindset people, and you are creating this and package, you will get a good package rather than other developers. Only the thing is that this, like, you need to be completely expert in this, like you have a comfort zone over there, like you can write Swift and you are very much confident in this Swift language, right? So lots of things are there for learning. A big ladder is there. You can learn so much. Last thing, 45,000 libraries are added. So the whole life, if you will learn, it will not end up. ARKit, A1 and A2 processor are there into the XR or the XX mobile application, this mobile devices, iOS devices. Those newly created devices based on A1 and A2 processor, they are just tracking the ARKit with the advanced technology, like they are just tracking the body and human body as well. So lots of things are there. HealthKit is there, and big frameworks are added by this Swift community and Apple side. So the brand itself, Apple is saying, like, we are giving 100% and we want it to on the top in the world's topmost languages, right? Last, I want to tell you, like, server-side applications. People are creating server-side applications as well. Like they are just creating server-side applications in Swift. They are writing their APIs and they are making the clouds with the server-side applications rather than Python and all. So if you want to see all these things, then this is the GitHub repository. There you can contribute in the Swift language. It is open source. If you have capacity, you can go and just contribute the things. Swift organization is also there. So one video is there. I will put all these things into the description box, like going server side with Swift open source language and why it's required with the IBM technology. It's going with the Swift organization, how you can contribute there. All the things are there, right? So this is the reason I'm selecting Swift. And we need to be focused on only the Swift language rather than Objective C and its scope and Swift basic fundamentals. So it will take your time. Now I want to tell you, you understood the power of Swift language, right? So it's easy. Syntax is also easy than Objective C and other languages. POP concept is there. You will learn so much over there. Your package will be higher rather than other developers. And rest thing, if you will focus, like, this is the quality, this is the brand, and in Apple you will work properly. And the limitation, one more thing I want to tell you, limitation should be there on each thing. If you are doing exercise, then one limit should be there. So if you are doing if you are having something, limit should be there. If you are whatever things you are doing, limit should be there, right? So in Swift they created a limit, like this is the limit. By you need to focus on limits, and after this limitation is giving the powerful concept into the Swift. I will tell you each and everything day by day, but for being now, like I just explain a simple flavor of Swift power and why we need to select Swift rather than Objective C and other language, and in iOS mobile application development, why it is necessary that we need to go with the Swift. So these concepts you can write on paper and you can just play around with those things. You can learn and search all these things, and you can give the answers to people. Those are saying, like, what is Cocoa Touch and Cocoa Framework, what is the difference, what is the next step company, why they created this thing. All these things I covered here. And what is the Swift came on 2014 September, and it's continuously giving its effort, nice efforts, right? So now that's it from my side. Like this I completed. One more thing I wanted to tell you guys, like Swift basic fundamentals, right? The next in the 2.3 I will start the Swift basic fundamentals over there, right? So you need to focus over there perfectly, because I'm going to, I will not go like I will just give you some brief some small things over there, like, and it will be okay. Basic fundamentals will be there, like if you created an array, if you created a dictionary, if you created a string, if you created an integer or database data type, you should aware of all these things, and how you can consume that power. What are the functions, what are the things over there, and what Swift is adding over there, so that at the end in programming, if you will apply your logics, it will be easier for you, because you have the knowledge of Swift basic fundamentals, and you can play around with those things, right? So you can crack HackerRank's logics as well, so your ranking will be higher over there. It will support you for the placement, and you will be able to crack these kind of logical things, and your mind will be dynamic over there while developing applications. So I will come on applications very at very last stage. So it will go longer, so don't worry about this. And if I'm you are feeling bored with me, so then you can jump around the next sections. But yeah, this is very important. Whatever I am just explaining you, it's very important. So like it's saying the creation of projects, so this thing will come at the end of Swift basic fundamental. Before that I will not proceed with this next button, right? So thank you so much guys for watching this. I just gave you the brief introduction, why Swift, not Objective-C and other languages, and why we need to focus on Swift basic fundamentals. So slowly and gradually we'll increase our power. And one last thing I want to tell you, if your friends and family who is looking for the serious iOS development course, then junior iOS development course, I'm giving you the guarantee. I'm there at the end, and I will give my best over there, and it's completely free, and he or she can join. And please share, subscribe, love and support. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this.